Hello, this is the Jubilary video boxing prediction video by me, the 20th. Yeah, and I've been going long, but now I'm back because we haven't had so many fights, so many good fights the last month, and now in September there's it's always been a traditionally strong boxing month, and so it's also the same this year. Anyway, this week we have some very interesting fights, uh, some star fights also. But let's first start with some lesser fights. Yeah. First off it's a world title fight for the IBF super lightweight title. It's between Eduard Trojanovski and Keita Obara. And Trojanovski he's the champion here, and he's also a puncher, which is record indicates. And while Obara, this is quite a big step up for him in class. He's not fought he's hardly fought anyone but Japanese fighters. And I think Trojanovski will prevail by a sixth round knockout, even though Obara himself is a puncher. He has 15 knockouts and 16 victories. He hasn't really, the most famous fighter he has fought is Walter Castillo, and he drew against him. And then Walter Castillo went on to get stopped by Sergey Lipinets in his next fight. He was also beaten by Amir Imam. Anyway, a sixth round knockout for Eduard Trojanovski, I think. And then we have that two comebacks, we can call them, for two Russian fighters. First is Rakhim Chakiev, who is having an easy fight against a guy who has a record of 21-10, and I think this will be a rather easy fight for Chakiev. But since he is returning from a loss, I think it will take him a bit more than it would have usually to stop this guy. So I think instead of fourth round TKO, as I would normally put it, it's a fifth round TKO for Chakiev, the machine. And Chakiev, he doesn't look like he has such a bright future anymore as he looked before he got stopped by Vodachik. Anyway, I don't know. We will see. And then Evgeny Gradovich is fighting Eusebio Osejo, who is also a big underdog. He's 28-17-3, and but Gradovich is fighting. This fight is at super bantamweight, actually. It says, oh yeah, that's right. So Gradovich is stepping down in weight because he hopes it will make it easier for him to be successful. Anyway, I think he will not win by stoppage, but he will win by decision. That's my prediction. And then, yeah, we have some fights. British fight bantamweight for the IBF bantamweight title between Lee Haskins and Stuart Hall. And well, Lee Haskins, I think, is the favorite here to win. But since Stewart, he has quite a few knockouts on his resume, but since Stuart Hall has fought some world-class fighters and hasn't been stopped yet, I picked a unanimous decision for Haskins. Simple as that. But it's a fight, you know, it can also go the other way, who knows. Because I think maybe Haskins is a bit better, but not that much better, I think. Time will show. And then, yeah, and then one interesting fight for fans of Andy Ruiz Jr., who's fighting against Franklin Lawrence. But this guy, Franklin Lawrence, is really old, you know, he's been around for ages, but he's actually had a long layoff, and then he returned. He's 40 years of age, or almost 41. So yeah, he has been beaten by Bermain Stiverne by first round TKO. But that was by an injury. Lawrence injured his arm, and then he was beaten by Oliver McCall, an old Oliver McCall, by unanimous decision in 2009. And since then he hasn't been beaten, but he's hardly fought some really world class. He hasn't really fought anybody world class. So I think Andy Ruiz, he may sometimes look like he lacks dedication. And, he always looks like he's in bad shape. Yeah, but anyway, he has won his last two fights by knockout, and I think this time he will most likely also win by knockout. So I think it will be a 7th round stoppage TKO for Ruiz Jr. And then there is well, an interesting fight between American Robert Easter Jr. and the Ghanaian Richard Comey for vacant IBF lightweight title. And both guys are undefeated, but it was really hard for me to choose this. Predict the winner here. I think Easter is, yeah, he has less fights and everything, but he looks really solid and sound. But so does Comey also. And but since this fight is on American soil and Easter is an American, you know, it's never easy for a foreign guy to get a decision. So Comey will either have to knock him out or score a few knockdowns and really dominate, I think, this fight to get a decision. And I think that's what he will do most likely, I think. So I predict a unanimous decision for Richard Comey. And then we have a flyweight world title bout between the new IBF champion, which is one of my favorites, at flyweight. It's John Real Casimero, who knocked out Amna Roy in his last fight. And he's fighting a guy called Charlie Edwards. And well, I don't know how good this guy Edwards is. I haven't seen him fight yet. He's from from England, but he has only 8 fights, and Casimero has 5, and he's not a puncher, so it will be quite hard. Even though the fight is in London, interestingly, but I think Casimero is just a class above him. I think. I'm not sure, but anyway, he's a puncher, and a puncher always got a chance. So I think he will win. Casimero wins by, well, I think he might win rather early, actually. I don't know why I predicted a third round knockout, but it may happen. Now that I think of it, because I didn't know how good Edwards is, and well, he has been in some amateur championships, but he hasn't really won any of them. So I don't know why the Brits are rather hopeful about his chances, but I don't think so. I don't think he has such good chances, despite where the fight is gonna be. So okay, a third round knockout for Casimero was my prediction. And then the 3 big ones. First, we have Triple G against Kell Brook, WBC and IBF middleweight titles online, and the ring middleweight title, I should think. And well, Kell Brook, he may have been a big welterweight, but he's hardly a big middleweight or as big as Triple G. He's 1 inch shorter, but there is quite a difference in body, weight and all that, body size, natural size. Because Golovkin has always, Triple G, shall I call, has always fought as a middleweight, really, or as a pro, anyway. And I just can't see Brook lasting this till the final bell, and I think it will last 5 or 6 rounds. I think no longer than that. Because Brook may try to outbox Triple G, but nobody has yet succeeded, and why should Brook be any different? So I put 5th round knockout for Triple G. And then there is another good middleweight fight between Danny Jacobs and Sergio Mora. It's for WBA title, and Sergio Mora, he is famous for being really awkward and tough to fight, tough to look good against, and he beat Vernon Forrest, and he almost beat Shane Mosley. He had a draw against him, but maybe he won that fight. Who knows? Because I hear Mosley didn't look so good in that fight anyway. And but now he seems to be past his best, so who knows? I think Jacobs will win by a stoppage most likely, because in his last fight, yeah, he's already actually stopped him, but it was because of an injured ankle. He knocked down, well, both fighters were down in the first round. Anyway, I think Jacobs will prevail eventually in the 8th round or something like that. So my prediction is 8th round TKO for Danny Miracle Jacobs. Isn't that what he is called? Miracle Man, yeah. So, and then finally the last and perhaps, yeah, surely the best fight here, hands down. It's between the WBC Super Flyweight champion Carlos Cuadras and former WBC Flyweight champion Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. Both guys are undefeated and their combined record is 80-0-1. How incredible is that? Come on. And that one was a draw on Cuadras record, but anyway, it will be a really good fight, I think, but in the end, who can beat Chocolatito Gonzalez? I don't see that man yet. Maybe, who knows, maybe Cuadras may get a decision somehow if it gets really close and all that, but I don't know. Anyway, I think Gonzalez is gonna win by a decision here, because he's just incredible, as you have seen already. Everybody who has followed him knows that, and Quadras is a really good fighter, really good, solid, but I hardly think he is that kind of caliber, like this huge star like Chocolatito is, and yeah, but it's gonna be a really good fight, I think. So that was all for now. Yeah, I hope this will be of some help to you who are participating in some kind of prediction league somewhere. And so yeah, see ya.